Okay, guys. So I don't want to take this anime serious. It's all about ecchi and them getting it on with Yuki over here. In a consensual kind of a way, right? They're all adults. They all have jobs. They're over here saving the world. They're over here saving the planet from the bad guys and shit. And boobs just flying everywhere. Boobs, ass cheeks, nipples, everything. Just hanging out. You know, every 5 FPS, every scene, there has to be something like just hanging out, or it's like they're French kissing. Who knows? Stuff like this. And then of course, so let me get to the point here. Yeah, then they have the little kiss. This was actually a very emotional scene here. Uzin is finally starting to manifest her feelings towards Yuki, and that's what my topic is about. This is what I want to get to. Okay, Yuki, wait, Uzin is the captain of the 7th squad in Chained Soldier. So that's what I want to talk about is Uzin, and how I'm legit starting to get tired of her bullshit. In a nice kind of way. This is the nicest way I can say it. Because, she's having pain attacks in her heart. You know what this means? It's happened to everyone. When you start liking someone, like for real, like, how back in the old days, it'd be like, oh, do you like someone or do you like somebody? Uzin, you like extremely much Yuki, this motherfucker right here. All right, so she doesn't knows it. She doesn't know about it, but she does. Right? It's no longer a science. It's no longer a mystery. No one's questioning it. She's obviously very jealous whenever anyone uses Yuki. Him, the boy, just to borrow or loan. Just to see what power manifests. But here's the other thing that's really bothering me. I do believe, like, this is just my theory. I'm throwing it out there. Once Uzin does actually confess to Yuki, I think that's his name. Please, someone check. If it's not, oh well, I'm gonna call him Yuki for the rest of the video. If Uzin does confess to Yuki, I honestly believe that her powers will get like 1,000x stronger, and she'll become on par to fucking Rin, or what's her name? The chick, this chick. Hold on. This chick right here. All right. So this girl that I'm circling, her, yes, her, the one in the camera right now. Damn it. So she will legit become even more powerful than her if she confesses to Yuki. This is my theory. This is what I think. So I really I think that's gonna be like towards maybe the end of the season. If Uzin doesn't fucking confess, I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting tired of the whole boobs and ass out. Can we get the rom-com, the choo-choo train of a rom-com just on the way? I really just, well, this is Uzin. This is her dream, right? Or her nightmare. No, for us, this would be a dream. it would be heaven. This would just letting everyone sit on you like that, like all the head captains of each squad 1 through 9. Don't lie to me, motherfuckers. You guys, this would be a dream right here. This would be heaven. This is something that we aspire to. This is something that Epstein is allowed to do. Okay, I'm okay. So yeah, this is Epstein. Yeah. Oh my god, that guy. So yeah, Epstein's probably the only one who's gonna get away with doing this kind of stuff, or Bill Gates. All the billionaires, even millionaires. They get to enjoy this kind of. Not us. We're just the dreamers. I'm just a dreamer. I dream my life away. All right. back to what I was saying. What was I saying again? Yeah, Uzun. Once Uzun actually confesses her feelings, you know, she's very stoic. She's very stern. She's a very serious person, like extremely serious. She's really committed to her job, to protecting humanity. You know, she's really committed to training. She's really committed to being a leader and being the top leader of the squadron within forgot what it's called, the Chain Soldiers. So she obviously she means business. You know, she really means business. She's not gonna beat around the bush. Everything is for the good of humanity, and I get that. I really do. But she has to realize too that her emotions are also nerfing her. You know, it's like a huge nerf. You know, you can't have business overtake your personal life. You know, if it's all business, you know, it's, what do they say? It's all business and no play. What's that saying? Anyways, because she's just incredibly serious and business oriented, and she's like locked in, like every second of her life is just locked in. Gotta get it done. Gotta be serious. Even in her relaxed time, you know, she seems very serious. You know, so because of that, she ignores her other emotions, in which case is nerfing her abilities with the lad Yuki. And so once she realizes these emotions or whatever, she's gonna be able to unlock her full potential. Even now, I think her jealousy is what's propelling Yuki's growth as well. Because, you know, while jealousy is a proponent, you know, it's a small fraction of your emotions towards a significant other, you know, because it's just biology, you know, it's just instinctive. But once you let that overtake you, like you're jealous, you know, if you let that go overboard, you become very fucking paranoid, which can destroy you from the inside out. And that's what she's experiencing. This paranoia is chewing her up. It's really destroying her and causing a nerf. She's nerfing her mentality. Thus, because she's such a serious person, she doesn't realize how it's just killing her. Just look at this. She's in so much pain because of it. You know, it's just sad because there's stoicism and then there's just blissful ignorance. You know, there's two sides of the coin. Stoicism, which means you've mastered your emotions. All right, that's the difference. Stoicism is you mastered your emotions, you control your emotions, and you know yourself, and you know your weaknesses, and you know your strengths. And because you know all this, you stay away from the shit that can trigger you. And obviously, you don't want to show those emotions. Then there's blissful ignorance. You know, you ignore your emotions, you ignore everything. You don't learn your strengths and your weaknesses, and that ultimately will destroy you. That's like terrible. You know, you don't want that. So there's blissful ignorance, and then there's stoicism. You want stoicism, but you have to acknowledge your other feelings as well. And I think like Uzun is like a duality between blissful ignorance and just stoicism and just business oriented. And you can see here, look, what's with this awful ache in my chest, bitch? Like, you know what it is. Like, so she's questioning herself, but she doesn't want to believe it. And this belief is really what's okay. I think you guys get the picture. I just wanted to confess, damn it. Just goddamn confess. Honestly, if she doesn't confess, she's always gonna be in this perpetual chain, and she's gonna be a slave. Oh, we've come full circle. Damn it, we've come full circle. So yeah, man. I just want what's best for my girl, man. I just like, honestly, I really like Shusha. You know, I love Shusha. You know, she's a blonde chick. She turns into like a giant monster of a person. But yeah, man. No, Uzun, it's just inevitable. Uzun's gonna be with Yuki. I'm sorry, Shusha. I really do like you as a character. I stand her for a long time, but I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. This unless Uzun, you know, gets over her jealousy and creates a harem with Yuki, but that's not gonna happen. But let's see. I think I covered everything. I just want, come on, man. That's all I'm saying is I don't mind the ecchi stuff. I really don't. But it just, can we get to the, like, I want some real fucking romance up in this anime. You know, that's all I'm asking for. And for Uzun to confess.